Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven. First of all, I would like to apologise because I've not been making a lot of videos recently. That's because I've been really busy in real life. Hopefully that might change in the future, but who knows. Anyway, I did manage to get around to making this video, as you can see, because you're watching it now, hopefully. Anyway, this is on a game that's called Bitcoin Tycoon Mining Simulation. Recently I've been seeing more and more crypto themed games that have been coming out, and I thought I would try one of them and see if it's any good. So I managed to get a key for this. I've been playing it for a few hours and I thought I would show you a video and go over the basic mechanics of the game and talk about first impressions. Bearing in mind this is an early access style of game, in fact it's very early, so I'm sure that this game will get worked on, and I'm sure that the things that I talk about will be improved over time. Anyway, without further ado, let's start. Now I want to start a new game because I would like to show you how things work from the very beginning. We're going to choose easy because otherwise it will be quite slow at the beginning of this video if we choose the hard options. Now this is the intro of the game, and it basically is talking about that you have lost everything, you are down on your luck, etc, etc, etc. And then you find out about cryptos and you think you're going to use this in order for you to get rich, make loads of money, bloody bloody blah. If only it was that easy in real life. But anyway, that's the intro. It's actually alright. It's pretty decent. Right, now I don't know why there's some weird screens that pop up with you shaking someone's hand, but they seem to like vanish really quickly, so I can't actually read them or anything. Again, this is a very early access style of game. We are going to see things like that, aren't we? Anyway, this guy down here is basically a tutorial. We don't need it. We don't need the tutorial, if I can talk, because I hopefully will be like a tutorial. Okay, so when you start, this is your area that you can start in. It's basically a room that hopefully is going to be turning into your crypto mining empire, hopefully. So we start by choosing decoration. Now in here we can choose things like beds, but at the moment it seems like that we don't need a bed. In fact, I've played for several hours without having a bed, so it seems like at the moment it's not a requirement. I'm hoping in the future that they might have animated workers walking around that you have to manage and that have to sleep, and therefore forcing you to have a bed and things like that. That would be awesome in the future, but I don't see that at the moment in the game. So we don't need a bed. You can also have a table like this, but I don't use them at the moment because I have quite a lot of room and I can fairly easily fill up things by just placing on the floor, and it doesn't seem to affect anything, so we don't need a table. You can also choose this market shelf thing, which would certainly make everything look very highly professional, right? But again, I don't really need it at this stage of the game. So when you're making a miner, I've been using two styles. A PC style that's like this, and it's kind of weird that it allows me to place this directly on the floor, but it does, so I will. And as soon as you do that, that basically is placing a husk or a basic skeleton there, and then it's up to you to fill that up and to make it start working. You can also then choose mining stands. So the GC miner stand is what I will choose. So I will show you how to set up a mining stand and also a PC. Now, I think that if you start this game with hardly any money, it might be beneficial for you to start with a PC, because it would appear that you have options there that allow you to make a build that's incredibly cheap. I think from my first impressions that it would be cheaper than the cheapest that you can do with a mining stand. But as soon as you have a decent amount of money, I would say that these are far more efficient for you. Anyway, now we need to start buying stuff for us to place in the PC and the mining stand. So we go to the shop and we've got a warehouse that shows us everything that we have in our warehouse that we have purchased. And then here is facilities. So this will show us these husks that we have placed. Here is the PC, and this is the graphics mining stand, whatever you want to call it. So let's start with the PC. Now a PC needs more things, more components, but like I said, I believe it would mean that you can make something slightly cheaper if you had to at the beginning of the game. So we need to buy a little bit of everything. So we're going to start now. I don't think that I will buy the very most expensive 6,000 GPU. I think I'll go for the 3,300 one, and I believe that's the second one. That's what I usually seem to go for, and so far it's worked out pretty well. Now I think I need, is it 3 of these or 4? I think it's 4 actually, so we're going to buy 4 of these. We need a CPU. Now I believe that CPUs won't make much of a difference, so I'm not going to spend loads of money. I suppose actually some of these do seem to have a fairly high hash rate, but I don't want to spend loads of money on this at the moment, so $1.5 for that seems pretty reasonable. I think I would say as well that I haven't really sat and tried to work out what is the most optimal setup at the moment, because obviously that would take a long time, because every item here has got a lot of different statistics and things like that. So yeah, I think it would actually take you a while to work out. So the DDR RAM, again, we don't want to go for anything too crazy. We'll just go for this one here because we don't want to spend loads of money. And again, I would like a motherboard with 4 slots for the GPU. The graphics card, the GC, whatever you want to call it. I think this might be the one that I usually go for. It's $2.5 it's not too expensive, and it allows 4 graphics cards. So let's go for that. Yeah, I'm going to buy that. Like so. We need a hard drive. Now it's a bit weird with the CD player. In real life, I don't think a CD player would affect anything about the hash rate, but in this game it does. So I think I am going to actually buy a CD player. Power supplies would be nice, right? So power supply, because we're running 4 graphics cards, I don't think that we need anything too crazy. I don't want to spend too much on it. Maybe this one here for $2 will be fine. And then I usually just buy a couple of coolers. I usually just buy this one here, which is like a mid-ranging one. Okay, so now I've bought all of the equipment that I need for the PC. You can either start dragging things in yourself, like so, or you can press auto, like this, and then it will automatically choose everything for you. So that's pretty helpful. Oh, I forgot to buy a case. CS is for case, and I suppose that's quite important. So we're going to buy this case, and then we're going to drag it here. So now we've got a case. Okay, so now we have everything that we need in the PC. So we have to choose a pool. I usually at the beginning will go for Ethereum, especially if you don't have a lot of money, because you can actually earn saleable Ethereum a lot faster than you can with the Bitcoin. It's very slow, especially at the beginning, for you to earn the Bitcoin. So I find that the Ethereum is better at the beginning because you can obviously earn the coins faster, and then you can sell those coins, to enable you like to start buying more stuff. Whereas with the Bitcoin at the beginning, when you don't have a lot of hardware, it's very slow. Anyway, so then we start mining, and you'll see that our miner here has started mining. Yay. So as soon as that happens, what I will do is I'll go up here and I'll make the speed of the game as fast as it will go. So obviously then I'll start earning a lot faster. Yay. So now we need to do the same thing for this graphics, the mining stand thingamajiggy, whatever you call it. So we don't need to buy so many things for that. So we're just going to buy some coolers, a couple of coolers, exactly like one as before. I seem to have a habit in this game of just always buying the same stuff again and again. And like I said earlier, I certainly haven't optimized and worked out the best setup. But anyway, this is a bit like a power supply, but it's specifically designed for a mining stand. Here we have like a motherboard, but again specifically designed for a mining stand. I usually go, where's the one I usually go for? Is it this one? We need 4 graphics cards. Oh, I think it's this one. 4 graphics cards, and it costs 3 grand. Was that the one I usually go for? I'm trying to remember. No, you know what? I think it might be this one. 4 graphics cards, 13.5 grand. We're going to buy that one. So that's like the motherboard thingamajiggy. We don't need hard drive, we don't need CD. So then we just need to buy the graphics card. We're going to buy the same one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we should have everything that we need. So then again, we're going to auto like that. So everything is in place. So then we just need to choose the Ethereum again. What I usually do is I will have a couple of systems that are running Ethereum, and then finally I will set up like a third one or even the fourth one running Bitcoin, because that's more the longer game and the Ethereum is the shorter game, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it would help if we start mining, wouldn't it? Now here you can see some of the elements of your system. Here is the power that it's using. This is the temperature. Now I would imagine that this is quite a high temperature, but so far it doesn't seem as if it's affecting anything. It seems like everything is running normally. Over here is the durability or the endurance of your stuff, and I haven't really noticed anything is degrading. Maybe in the future, if they make this more detailed, then maybe that might start to happen, but at the moment I'm finding that everything will run absolutely fine from this sort of temperature. And if you look at the computer, well that's even higher, 134, and again it isn't affecting the endurance or the durability. So hey, so far so good. And the blue thing here is for the noise. Now I think this might be bugged, because you can see that for both of these it's on 0. So I would imagine in the future that might be fixed, because I'm pretty sure that these are not going to be 0. So now we have our systems up and running. You can see that already we've got 168 Ethereum. So we go here to the coin market, and then here is where we can flog any of the coins that we have mined. Now I kind of have a feeling, I don't really know this, but I have a feeling that they've tried to make a price which is realistic, in that it's very volatile, but I don't think that they're actually using exact historical data. I just think that they are using like realistic styles of data, if you know what I mean. So we have the Bitcoin and we have the Ethereum here. So then if I would like to sell my 260 Ethereum, I just need to go here and type 260.00, and then I will enter, and then I go to sell, is it? And then we get 5,000, and then I need to confirm that, and then we get our 5,000, and then I get 2,800 for that last 57. Okay, so then we have sold all of our Ethereum. So yeah, we're up to 75,000. Lovely. So this is obviously where you come. I mean, near the start of the game, you will have to reinvest a lot of the money in more hardware. So you will be selling everything straight away. But I would imagine as you get more and more stuff, that it might be better for you to hold on to the coins, because I would imagine in the future that the price will be going up a lot. But anyway, that's how you flog stuff in the game, in the coin market. Yay. Now, what else would I say about the game? As you can see in the bottom right hand side, financial things are popping up on the screen. Mainly, this is the food that I would assume that your workers are eating, and also sometimes it pops up about your rent or other overheads. The thing that's a bit weird is I can't really find a screen that will detail the overall financial situation. I've tried to click on here or to click on here, and I can't seem to find anything of that nature. So hopefully in the future they will add that, because that would be really handy, right, for you to be able to see the overall financial situation that you are in. I don't know if you saw, but it said that I have an overdraft of like 700,000, which is crazy, and it's a bit weird. I can't monitor that on a financial screen, but like I said, hopefully they will add that in the future. One other thing I will say is that I haven't been able to get the compose miners working. If we go here, there is an option here for compose miner. It looks pretty much exactly the same as the other one, but every time I try to use it, I will buy. Okay, why don't I just show you exactly what I mean? So I will buy the compose mining rack, and then I will go here. Here it is. You can see that it basically only needs CB and CS, right? So for that, I've worked out that I need to buy one of these. So I'm going to buy a cheap one, because it's going to be a waste of money, because it doesn't actually work right now. But you can see that it will automatically move into this area here. But then it will leave you with this empty area here, which is CS, which on a PC, CS is a case for the case. The other mining stand, the CS area is blank, and it will still work fine, right? So I can't work out what I'm supposed to do. I've tried to add so many parts, hardware parts into this, and it doesn't seem to work. and obviously I've tried to place this in here, but it only seems to want to go into here. And then when you click start mining, it doesn't actually work, you see. So I don't know what is going on. I would assume that this might be a bug. I would just say that at the moment stick with the other two miners that I showed you, and I'm sure that in future updates they will update that, or they will fix that. In terms of the quest, I've seen that you will get a couple of quests when you do the tutorial. Other than that, roughly about an hour into the game, there'll be a quest where you have to pay off your 700,000 overdraft. I would imagine that after that, you know, that there will probably be other quests, but at the moment I haven't really played it for long enough to see that. So what is my overall feeling of the game? Well, I think that the game has got potential, and I quite you know, I like the basic mechanics of the game, but I would say right now it's very bare bones, and they certainly need to add more flesh onto the bones of this game. I believe it's being sold for around $9.99 US, and I feel that they really need to add more. The thing is, you know, after about a few hours you end up with loads of money, and then there isn't really anything else for you to do with the money. I mean, further along the line in this game, if there are things for you to do with the money, I think they ought to give you some like indication of that at the start of the game, because after a few hours I will very easily lose interest in this game, because I end up with loads of money and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this money. I think it would be kind of cool if they were to have like a house, like if you had a house that was a bit like a Sims house where you could buy furniture and all that, and if you actually had a character where you were like walking around in the house, you know, that could be one way. I'm sure that there are many other ways, but I just feel like they need to add an end game, or add some reason why you need to earn all this money, because at the moment it seems slightly as if when you end up with loads of money, it's kind of pointless because you don't have anything to do with it. But again, this is very early access. I'm hoping that they've got a plan for that. And obviously if this game is updated a lot in the future, and if lots of things change in this game, then I will make more videos. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and if you have any specific questions about this game, please leave a comment in the comment section below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.